And a happy Wednesday to everybody. Hello, my friends. It's the Prez, Lawrence Prezman, Carmine Bianco with us, Pavlos and Nick Borrman. And while I'm always excited to do this show, it's soccer all the time. And let's start with you, Carm. How are you, my brother? What's going on?
It's good, man. I'm excited. There's so much soccer going on right now, and other sports are returning with baseball and basketball and hockey soon. Great, and a big day of soccer today. And these boys, everyone's, I'm heating up. I'm really heating up, so it's all good.
Yeah, speaking of heating up, Kevin Dolan wins his 5% yesterday. Guy is on a roll. We'll have him on Stoppage Time on Friday. Make sure to check back. Pavlos, how's Greece?
Greece is, sunny like usual. Go, to the beaches, to the cold waters of Rio, and we cleanse our body, mind, and spirits. It's all good here.
Oh, okay.
Body, mind, and spirits. I love it.
Yeah, and as we found out, you don't do it in a Speedo, but we all want to make a bet and have you lose so that you have to spend a day at the beach in a thong.
In a thong? No, that's not what we...
Screw the Speedo, man. If we're going to do it, let's do it. Nick Borrman, what's up, bro? How's the golf?
Golf's good, man. I'm getting out about 3 times a week, playing pretty well. I'm going to be out there right after the show today, so things are good. I'm excited. Soccer right now, as Carr mentions, back in full swing. There's a lot of action during the weekdays, which is unusual for these big leagues, so it's exciting right now. Everything's good.
Yeah, man. There's what a busy week we have in soccer. EPL, La Liga, Serie A, games every single day this week. So I think we should just get straight to it. Nobody wants to hear my small talk. Nice to see your name, Tim C. Guys listening to the show, thanks so much for being in the chat group. If you've got any questions, please let us know. Nick, let's go straight to you. Let's get right into it. Huge game in Italy. Atalanta hosts Lazio later today. No setup on my end. Fill me in, Nick.
This is definitely going to be the most exciting match of any of the big 3 leagues today. There's a lot on the line in this game. These are 2 teams. Lazio's second in the table. Atalanta's 4th in the table.
Carm, who's first in the table?
That would be Juventus.
Okay, just wanted to allow you to have a moment. Go ahead, Nick.
I appreciate it.
They always are. They always are. Lazio's got a good chance to catch them this year, so I know Carm's nervous for that. But a lot of implications here. These 2 teams are fun. They've been awesome. Atalanta is a team that is just absolutely fun to watch. They remind me of Ajax last year. They really only know one direction, and that's vertical. They go up and down the field. They barely go horizontal at all. They're always passing up. They're always pushing forward. And, if you look at the results, they're scoring 7 goals, 4 goals. It's ridiculous how many goals they've been scoring. Of course, that was before the break. But they did come back, and they've played a match already because they were 1 fixture behind the rest of the league. So they did play a match already. They won 4-1 against Sassuolo earlier this past weekend, which was great. I hit a correct score on that, which was a nice payout. But they picked right back up with the scoring. And I really like them here. I think at home, I know there's no fans, but still at home, I think they're going to win this. They are plus 115 or so on the 3-way money line right now, or you could lay just a minus a quarter of a goal if you wanted to go a little safer. But I really like them here, and it's not really a fade on Lazio by any means. I can't really say much bad about that team. They've been great all year. They're second to the table, only 2. The great Juve, of course. But Atalanta, there's just something about them. I just got a good feeling on them. I like them, the way they play, everything they do. I was texting the guys before the show yesterday about this game and the fact that I just need to be careful. I want to take Atalanta. I wanted to take the over. I wanted to take both teams to score. I pretty much wanted to bet every dollar I had on this freaking game. And then, of course, this will probably be one that ends 0-0, right? So, gotta curb myself a little bit. But I have to imagine there's going to be goals here. I like Atalanta here. I also, both teams to score. It's very high priced. There's a prop called both teams to score and over 2.5. It's a combo bet. that's offered regularly. That's a good way to play this, but I like the over in this one as well. I don't know. I mean, everything about this just seems like it's going to be a high-paced, offensive thriller. Hopefully it is. It's going to be a fun game to watch. But that's my take on this game at Atlanta. I like them a lot. I like the over. I like both teams to score. I like too much in this game, but that's where I'm going.
Pavlos, so what I'm hearing is it's going to be a 0-0 score.
Yes.
On Nick's analysis, red card, yellow card, or no card?
No card. As much as I would like to use my new cards, I bought some new cards.
I
I'm not
love
gonna
it.
use one right now. Yeah, I agree on everything he said.
Okay. Carmine, talk to me.
Yeah, no, Lazio do have a very good team. I was clapping there. It wasn't Nick's analysis, actually. It was that Martial just scored for Manchester United, and they're up 1-0 against Sheffield. But as far as the game goes, it's one of those funny things, and we've talked about it before. When you get two very good teams playing each other, and teams that score, you want to go with that over, and everything indicates over. But I look at some of the lines at Bet365, and 1-1 draw is the lowest of all the options at plus 650. 2-1 Atalanta is plus 800, and then the next lowest is 2-1 Lazio at 10-1 or plus 1,000. So they figure it's somewhere in that score line. Atalanta just plays great. I know this team is in the next round of the Champions League, and when in the last couple of years when they play Juventus, I get a little unnerved by this team. They got that striker up front, Duvan Zapata, that he just seems to score, this guy. And I'm looking forward to this game. I'm watching this game today. Lazio's right on Juve's heels, and they're just playing fantastic this year. And if there's a team that can upend them, like Nick said, it could be this team. So I'm with Nick on this one. I'm pulling a little biased here, but I'm pulling for Atalanta plus 110 today.
Well, I'm with Nick too.
So no card.
Just because I want him to win. Okay.
Thanks, Prez.
Great stuff, boys. I just want to welcome Robert S., Jake, Tony, and of course, David Tabati from Israel. How are all you guys? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the kind words. If you got any questions, please let us know. Also, great promotion today, Carm. Fill us in. Every tournament pick for the MLS, $129.
This is a great package. That the three of us. I know Kevin doesn't do a lot of MLS, so I don't think he has this package up. But Pavlos has it up, the Seattle Sounders fan. Nick has it up, the Philadelphia Union fan, and of course the TFC fan myself. This tournament is being played in Florida. Starts on July the 8th. It's a World Cup format with group stage games every day, and then and throughout the day. And then the knockout stages and the final on August the 11th. So it's over 30 days of soccer. And you can, it's $129 as opposed to $199. And you're going to get every selection for whichever capper that you pick, every section of his plays. And I'm going to encourage these guys to do the same as what I'm doing, which is, even if you don't like a game, a side or a total, put out a prop for that game. So we're giving anyone who buys that package as many selections, whether they're 2% all the way up to 5%.
Excellent stuff. So this package, $129. The regular price is $199. It's only MLS picks, right?
Only MLS picks. That's
okay,
correct.
Guys, head over and grab that package. WagerTalk.com. Nick, Carmine, or Pavlos. Pavlos, I've noticed since you started doing this show, more gray in your beard. Is there a reason?
It's a really anxious show. You're making me nervous with all that tongue talk.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Jake just wrote, he sent an orange jersey to my place. I don't even remember giving out an address. Jake, email me, prez@wagertalk.com. I don't have it, but I want it.
Prez, on that subject, I don't mean to interrupt you. The mighty Kane, sent me a message. He has a jersey for you.
Oh, my God.
He does not know where to send it. I don't want to give out.
No, just get it sent to you, Carm. Because I'm in the middle of moving houses.
Give him my home address. So give him my home address. That's good.
It's Kane. We love the guy, and I'm in the middle of moving houses right now. I'm like up to my freaking head with packing, and next week it's all unpacking. But yeah, I'm happy to give my address. What are these guys going to do? Come over and beat me up? Look at these freaking pythons, man. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, well, you travel with a security detail.
I do.
You do.
You know,
so.
I would like to. You know, my brother went to a refugee camp in Sudan to hand out 50,000 toys. 50,000 toys. And he had to clear it with the United Nations, who then provided him with about 12 security guys that stood around him and his family in a circle. It was a hell of a story. What's up, Abel? I see you made a huge score. Congratulations. I love hearing that stuff. Guys, Abel hit a monster parlay. He hit 4 of the 5 teams, all on a draw. That must have paid some good bucks.
Yeah, if they're all draws, that'd be a fantastic payoff.
Plus 200.
Okay, so anybody who does have a shirt for me, email me, Prez@WagerTalk. I'll send you my address. No, I didn't send one. Jake, you bastard. I got all excited, man. Now
you're getting one anyways.
What? Well, I got one coming from Kane. Kane's my man. I don't even know what team it is, but they're my favorite. Okay, Carm, Liverpool. They return home. Scoreless draw. Very exciting game against Everton. They're 5 points away from locking up the EPL title. They got Crystal Palace up. Crystal Palace, 4 straight wins, gunning for 6th spot. But there's clearly a difference in talent between these two teams. Where are we going in this game?
There is, yeah. You know, I think without fans, the Merseyside Derby wasn't what it normally would be. But nonetheless, you know, Liverpool had a couple guys out for that game. Obviously, one of their trident up front, Mo Salah, missed the game. Andy Robertson missed the game. They're both healthy and should be back in the lineup. I don't know whether they'll start from the get-go or not. A couple injuries in that game. Milner and Matip both picked up injuries. They will not play today. Liverpool's won, 5 straight in this 5 straight in this series, 7 of the last 10, but those games have been competitive. The one thing about Crystal Palace is they seem to bring it when they play Liverpool, especially, and I'm not sure if he's in the lineup, the starting lineup today, but Benteke, really a former Liverpool guy. He likes to play against that team. And, you know, they won 2-0 on the restart against Bournemouth, and 4 straight wins, all clean sheets. I'm looking at the under here. Since the restart, home teams have been 5-5-4, so there's not a lot there. That home bias just doesn't exist right now in the EPL with these empty stadiums. If you've watched it, they're piping in the music, or the noise, but it just doesn't seem the same. The line is, the bookmakers got this right. It's -1.5 plus 110. And the over-under is 2.75, but it's juiced to the under. So the true number is really 2.5, about -115, -120 on the over. That's the true number in this game. Look at these teams. Liverpool, best defense in the league. They've allowed 0.7 goals per game, 0.8 per game at home. And Crystal Palace, since the turn of the season, so that's the halfway point, they're allowing 1 goal per game defensively. So this is one of those ones where I don't want to lean on the side. I'd rather lean on the total and take the under because it's at 2.75. Right. So you've got sort of that split line 2.5, split line 3. And the fact that I don't know whether Salah and Robertson are in the game. I checked the news before we went to air and couldn't find anything as of yet. So I'm leaning on under 2.75 here. And there's a couple exact score props that I'm going to take. Liverpool 1-0 is plus 450, and Liverpool 2-0 is plus 600. And those are the 2 lowest numbers that you can find.
I like those bets, Carm.
And I think we're looking at it. They're just so good defensively that even though Palace is playing great, they're playing a game where they're playing much more defensive game, and they counterattack with there's AU and Zaha up front. So I think it's one of those ones where they get fewer attempts against that Liverpool back line that's very good, and this could be one of those low-scoring games. So you could take Crystal Palace plus 1.5. I just don't want to in case this game finishes 2-0. So 2-0 for me. Liverpool, take the under.
Yeah, I think that 2-0 bet sounds like a good payout to me. Pavlos, what card are you giving him?
He's watching. He's watching.
Don't be worried about him. He's Italian, dude. They don't fight, they dive.
Okay. The only thing that worries me in this match is Zaha. He mentioned his name. He's a wing forward for Crystal Palace. He's a very talented player, but he has a very short temper. He's capable of the best and the worst at the same time. I don't know how to say that. He's a loose cannon in the field. He gets yellow cards, like a lot of them.
So like the Brian Marchant of soccer. See that, Carm? Throw some hockey in there.
Similar. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't understand the reference because I have no idea about hockey, but
that's on you, bro. Yeah. It is the best sport in the world by far.
Okay.
So what he's trying to say is he's a cross of David Beckham, completely at ease, comfortable on the field, and Eric Cantona, who will karate kick a fan in the stands.
Manchester United, right? Whoa! And people think I don't know soccer. Come on. Come on. He played with Scholes. Yeah. Come on. Let's have a moment for the Prez. Okay, Pavlos, just get to the point. Red card, yellow card, or no card?
No card.
Okay.
No card. I agree, but I just leave a small percentage of doubt, just a little, just like 1%, in case Zaha does like a magic trick with the ball. He always tries to do dribbles and, humiliate the defenders, but I'm not sure it's going to happen with Liverpool's sturdy defense. But,
Nick, before we get into your card, what I'll tell you, no, it was Man City. We're talking the Man City game next. There was a stunning goal scored in the Man City game a few days ago. What card you giving Carm?
No card. I'll add in, I like the under. I'll add in that I do like Palace on the side here for the same reason Carm mentioned. They play Liverpool tough. They play a lot of the top teams tough just because of the style they play. I think they upset Man City. That was last season. But they just play that way. That's just tough for the big teams to break them down, and I think they'll keep this close. To me, this is more of a blanket statement, but I'm actually kind of looking at Liverpool right now as a team to fade the rest of the way. They're out of the Champions League. This league is locked up. Everybody knows it. I'm not saying they're not going to show up, in any given game, but I kind of feel like watching that first performance against Everton that, I don't know. I mean, what kind of drive will these guys have as they go forward? Will they be all the way in, or will they just be like, they lost the ability to go unbeaten. They still, I guess, could set a record for most points in the league, but I think there's too many kind of nonchalant things where they just might not show up on a given game. So I'm actually not going to say I'm just going to fade them every game, but I'm going to look to fade them as my first play every game, and I think this is a good one. I think I like Palace here, plus 1.5.
He's Nick Borrman. You can get him on Twitter at Borman00 and at WagerTalk. Carmine Bianco at Carmine Bianco WT, and Pavlos with the last name from hell at Pauly_WT. Pavlos, I want more of a mohawk on next show, man. Get rid of that. Figure out new headphones. It's ruining your hair look.
I can do that like this.
Oh, look at that. You are such a stud, dude. The women must love you. Are you married?
Nope.
So you're single or you're dating?
I'm single, trying to date.
Yeah, it must be really hard trying to date. Like, it must be like one of those things. What am I going to do now? Which one of the 34 women lined up outside of my house am I going to date?
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, Pavlos,
It's a-
I honestly believe you just need to head to the grocery store and you should be good to go.
The women in my area are not very good looking. I have to travel to further deep in the city.
Oh,
to find,
the problems
value.
you have. Oh my God. Okay, so are you what is it? What is that left right shit? I don't even remember the name. Fiddler. That would be an incredible name. But no, there's Bumble and there's Tinder. Are you doing all that stuff?
Yes, yes, I am.
So my guess is, as we're on the show, you're literally swiping right in your pocket, right?
He's
What do you
speaking
mean?
reluctantly here. So
Show us,
what's going on.
show us, Pavlos. Show us your last
What's your
date.
matches?
She's actually outside right now.
Yeah, no freaking doubt. I'm surprised she's not under the table. Let's move on. Okay, boys.
my
Nick,
God.
you're up. The game of the week, brother. Manchester City on the road playing Chelsea. These teams are in second and fourth place, holding on to the Championship League spots. City looked unbelievable with a 3-0 victory. They got a 20-year-old kid that just looks ridiculous. They also had a stunning goal set up by that 20-year-old kid on the second assist, if I recall. I ain't getting in the way of Man City. What do you like in this game?
Well, you said Nick, but I'm going to let Pablo.
Oh, is this this is Pavlos. My bad. I was envisioning Pavlos as woman standing outside.
He's busy.
I think I'll stand in the way of Manchester City on this one. There is a couple of reasons why. The first reason is that they've pretty much locked the second spot of the Premier League. I mean, things have to go really bad for them to not finish second. But even if they finish third or fourth, they're still gonna get Champions League action next season. But they have a case with the what's it called? It's a jury for arbitration for sport. They are examining the possibility of banning Manchester City from playing European soccer for the next 2 seasons. So there is a bit of concern clubs ranks right now whether they're gonna actually play in the Champions League in the following 2 seasons and get the monetary value and returns from that or not. Now, if we have to look at Chelsea, they are sitting fourth with 51 points. They're 4 points behind Leicester. They're playing some really good soccer, which I did not expect this season. They're using an experimental side with some youngsters. They already arranged some really good transfers for this summer. They've been in really good shape lately. They have 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw in their last 5 matches for the Premier League. They came back from 1 goal behind against Aston Villa to eventually beat them by 2-1 on the road, thanks to 2 goals by Pulisic and Giroud. So I think, and that's my personal opinion, that Chelsea will be able to get at least 1 point in this match. So I think the plus, the Chelsea win or draw goes at plus 108. I think that's my my first thought on that, and I thought a lot about it. While I was at the beach, and I'll take probably the under 3 goals on this one. I think that they can play, just enough. They can play hard enough to get at least 1 point from this one and stay afloat in the chase for the 4th spot.
Okay.
The table.
Carmine?
Yeah, I'm not going to give him a red.
I feel like a yellow might be coming.
But a yellow. Here's the thing is, Chelsea. This was one of those transition years for Chelsea. New manager. and they've been playing well. They're holding on to that fourth spot, and I hate to say it, but I have a feeling that this team might falter a bit. Look at their schedule, and this is a spot here where you've got Manchester United and Tottenham hot on their heels, 5 points back. They really can't afford to drop any points per se. So even dropping a couple points here with a draw is not. I don't think it's a good result for them. I think they need to win this game. Even with Aguero out for Man City, and I love the guy. He had knee surgery, I think, earlier today. But I love the guy. He's a great player. They have so much talent on that team. The youngster you referred to, Foden, very good future for that kid. And I don't know, man. Laying a buck. You're only laying about $1.20 for Man City. They got so much talent on that team, and Chelsea against top 6 teams haven't done well. So I'm going to look at City here to get the win. I think the disparity in quality here shows. I think City gets the win.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Nice to see you, Stephen. Kratkow, he agrees with you. Carm, and not you, Pavlos. And, of course, Richard, Casey, we have now calmed down as you are back. Nick, thoughts?
I'll go with a yellow as well. I love the cojones of going against City here, but I don't have them myself. Mine are like real small. They looked unbelievable the first 2 games back. The motivation to need to win rather is definitely on the Chelsea side, but at the same time, City, they're in the Champions League. They're going to want to continue to play well and develop a good rhythm to get into get through the rest of the season before the Champions League starts. So it's not like they're just going to, not show up at all. But I don't know. I'm just scared. That's all I can really say. I'm not going to play it. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to love it. I am waiting. I did see Foden that you guys mentioned was on the injury report. I don't yet know if he is possibly going to miss this game or not, or come on or something. But it's worth watching what he's going to do because he is a great young player. That's exciting for that team. But still, City's deep. They're scaring me. I wish you the best of luck, Pavlos. I hope you win. I just don't have as big a cojones as you, man. That's it. It's that simple.
Okay, so Pavlos, what is behind you? What is that? A map of something? What is that?
That's Da Vinci, man.
Oh, there it is. Now he moved his head. Yes.
It's an artwork by Da Vinci, and it displays the perfect analogies in the human body.
Okay.
Which I love.
I see it now. Okay, Carm, we've got something written down here called News Segment. Let's go to Pavlov's for this week's pick. Is this the consensus pick?
Yes, it's the consensus pick.
Okay, so
I should have fixed that up.
You were a little drunk when sending this to me?
No, I copy and pasted and didn't change the wording News Segment to consensus pick. So,
okay, well,
that's pretty much it.
Roma over the total of 2.75. Pavlos, why don't you start?
Okay, I will do. So we have Roma, who are sitting
the
fifth spot at the 5th spot of the Serie A. They have 45 points. They are 6 points behind the top 4 spots that lead to the Champions League next season. The 4th team is Atalanta, which we mentioned earlier. So Roma really do want to return to the Champions League next season. They're highly motivated to win this match. Let's take a look at Sampdoria. They're sitting at the 16th spot. They have 26 points. They're just 1 point above the relegation zone. So one would say that they also have a big incentive, a big motive to win this match. But they're missing one of their key players. He's called Quagliarella. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you got that perfectly.
I'm too busy trying to find your dating profile. I'm like scouring. I'm failing, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
You are.
Go on. Pavlos?
Did we lose him?
He's swiping right. Carm.
He swiped right and he froze.
I'm
Okay,
lagging a little bit.
it's okay. Well, as far as this game goes, I'm just going to look at some numbers. Roma tend to score a lot at home.
Oh my God.
They're
I'm so
averaging
embarrassed.
their games at home. They're
Wait. What is he embarrassed about? The fact that his internet sucks? Okay, Carm, take over.
Okay. Roma's 9-4 to the number anything lined at 2.5. So you can put in 2.75 there. 9-4 at home, 13 games, averaging 3.5 goals per game. And then you have Sampdoria, who on the road are averaging their games are averaging 3.1 goals per game. This is one of those, I looked at that game where I had the under 2.75 in the Inter Sampdoria game, and it finished 2-1. And Inter had numerous chances to light up the scoreboard and didn't. If Sampdoria follows that up with a similar game on the road, that this one is going over this total and over the total easily, I think.
Nicholas?
Yep. Agreed. Oddly enough, this reverse fixture, if you look at that, finished 0-0 this year, I believe, between these teams, which is very odd to see. But they hit it on the head. Roma's an over team. Sampdoria really isn't. Although right before the break, they had 5 straight overs as they were just letting in goals everywhere. So if that carries over here, it could be a long day for them. Roma chasing Champions League spot. You got Sampdoria battling against relegation. I don't think 1 point with a draw helps either team. So I think both are chasing a win here. 3 points. That means whoever scores first, the other chases, and the beat goes on. So I think we're going to see an up-tempo game, and I think we'll see some goals here.
Carm David Tabati asks, why to play the 2.75 plays, take 2.5 for the whole bet or 3 for the whole bet instead of splitting it up?
And I'll answer this. I think the easiest way to answer this for myself is we try and practice bankroll management. And one of the most important things of bankroll management is not laying heavy juice on a game. So you can take the 2.5, but you likely have to lay about 150, 160 in juice in order to get that. And we'd much rather a 4% play sort of if it finishes 3-0, finish in a win-push situation where you had to lay about $1.10 in juice and you win 2% instead of 4%, as opposed to the bet loses and you've lost a minus 160 juiced wager. Prez, laying juice in any industry, in any sport, if you lose quite a few of those bets, you're killing your bankroll. So that's it in a nutshell.
Okay, boys, what an amazing show. Schedule today, everybody, 2 p.m. Eastern is our NASCAR show. Steve Merrill is hosting. Andy Lang and Rocky Atkinson are joining him. There's so much to talk about in regards to NASCAR. 3 o'clock straight from the strip with Kelly, Gianni, and Minty. Make sure to check out our golf show as well. Nick Borrman, Dave Koken, and Kelly taped it yesterday. It's up at WagerTalk TV, our YouTube channel, and it's still fresh as you can get the bets down all the way into tomorrow morning. As for our promotion, $129 for all the MLS plays. That's over 30 days of plays. That's $129. No coupon code needed. Pavlos, I end with asking you, why were you embarrassed? Because we're discussing your love life?
Well, I'm not used to discussing it with, so many people at the same time over the internet. But
that literally sounds exactly what people do these days.
Yeah, but they do it. I think they do it one-on-one, I guess.
Prez, if I can add one more thing.
I'm trying to order lunch here.
Oh, that's good. I'll have okay.
You're getting shit all.
Yeah, I'm getting a veal. I'm going to Nino Diversa's after this and getting myself a veal with hot Italian
Wait a minute,
peppers.
bring it over to me.
No. But anyways, If I can add one more thing, and I'm going to put something up on YouTube. On Twitter a little later this afternoon. We're just trying to work out a software issue, but Nick and I will be doing a live betting show on Saturdays with some of these EPL games, usually the 12:30 game. If there's not a 12:30 game, we'll do a La Liga game or a Serie A game. It's just a software issue right now to get this sorted out in order to show the game that we're watching while we're betting it. I'll be doing some work this afternoon with an IT guy, and if we can get this going, the show will go live for the first time on Saturday.
Well, that's exciting. Pavlos will be too busy swiping right. We're gonna, Carm, I need you to put this in for our Wednesday show. I'd like to have a Pavlos dating segment every Wednesday. We'll just get a small update. Then Friday we'll add a Nick Borrman baby making segment.
It went very well. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, you didn't even ask how that went.
Actually, I did ask how it went. I asked on the golf show.
He did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Dave Koken thought it was pretty damn cool. Anyway,
So
guys,
there was a hole in one.
let's call it a show, boys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I absolutely love doing this show. Carm, I'm disappointed about the veal sandwich. I have never had theirs. I really like Dante's the best so far in my area.
Can I tell you, I'm excited at the fact that Sassuolo just scored against Inter early in the game, and I've got the over in that game. So anytime the underdog scores, you're happy.
Yeah, you bet.
Nice early too. Yep.
Later, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on Stoppage Time. We'll see you on Friday. We'll get rid of Pavlos and insert Kevin. It's okay, dude. You're going to be back on Wednesday. Don't worry. Plus you got a lot to do. Okay, you got to go buy a Speedo. You got to head to the beach. You take a boat to Paros and Santorini. Check out Eos. I mean, come on, dude. Like, you're freaking in Greece. You win.
What's the bet, though? What's the bet?
You come up with something, Pavlos.
Okay.
Maybe what we need to do is on the Wednesday show, Pablo shows 3 women that you have an opportunity to date, and we and the viewers will pick.
Oh,
them.
yes. Yes.
You give me cards on them.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Pavlos, we are going to have a Help Pavlos Pick a Date segment next Wednesday. Everybody will be around to help out. Guys, we're out of here. Love you all. Be well.